We know you got the cut. Just release it. What's going on, everybody? Make sure to hit the subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff. I really appreciate everybody been showing the love and the support. So let's get into this. So yesterday, David Ayer himself actually came out, and once again, we're talking about the Ayer cut. All right. So I attached the link. Go ahead and check it out. You can actually Google it too. So if you want to read and look into it, but pretty much David Ayer himself, he responded to a fan, and pretty much they're like, hey, like, what's the difference between the theatrical release, and compared to the director's cut? And then David Ayer himself, he actually responded, and he goes, it's an extraordinary case of a movie being re-engineered, in post, meaning when the studio got in the way and they changed things last minute. And he's even saying that it's not a couple of scenes being added, it's just not like something just small. And then he goes, his cut, David Ayer, is vastly better. So whatever he has in his final version is a lot better than what we got in the studio, like what Warner Brothers put out at the time of release. And, the movie's not that bad. A lot of people's like, oh, it's pure garbage, blah, blah. I actually enjoyed it. But I know David Ayer's version must be a lot better. Just like what we got with the Snyder cut, You can't compare those two movies. They're just different levels. So I expect the same thing from this one. And remember when they were releasing the Suicide Squad, the original one from 2016, we had a lot of scenes with Joker and Harley that did not make it to the final cut. And like you get some that are in the trailer, but then at the end you don't get in the final, version. And that's the one that we're fighting for, release the Ayer cut, because that's the content. Not only that, but there's probably a bunch more scenes that are in there. And even Stephen Wolf was supposed to make a cameo, and his version was gonna look something similar to what Zack Snyder had, with Justice League. Because remember, this was all gonna be connected. But then again, we got punk as WB, and the executives at the time, the old regimes, that they just didn't want this to happen. They started, like screwing around things in the studio, and we didn't get the cut that we actually were supposed to get. And you got to remember, ever since the beginning, because once we got Batman versus Superman, WB kept on from then on getting in the way every time a new movie would come out. And they made it tough for Zack Snyder, and then they made it tough for David Ayer too. And that sucks because we, the fans, want to see more of that. And then now they just stop it. They've built it, and they just gave up on it because they're just too scared, because, they're scared of all the agendas and everything that's out there, that they don't want to put that brute, hardcore, like just badass type of characters. Like a lot of y'all say, oh, Batman's depressed, and oh, Superman, he doesn't kill. Man, you know what? Shut up. You want that Disney trash? Go to Disney and go to Marvel, man. DC has always been dark, all right? You guys all complain and say, oh, Batman doesn't kill. Michael Keaton in Batman Returns, he explodes one of the henchmen in the sewer, literally with the stick of TNT. You don't remember that? Go back and watch it. Boom, blows up. Oh, then we got Christian Bale. Remember when he was before he became Batman, when he was training with Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins? Dude sets a whole thing where he's fighting all those ninjas. He explodes it and sets it all on fire. So what? He's not killing. Of course he is. So all you hypocrites are just mad because Zack Snyder and David Ayer had something badass, and you guys, simple-minded people, couldn't comprehend that. And that's the thing, because you guys are so soft, y'all all betas, that y'all don't know how to handle a brute character, a strong character. Good example, look at the Hulk. We used to have the Hulk that was a badass. And what happened in the last Avengers movie? They made him into a punk. He's literally with glasses reading and sipping coffee. Come on, that's not the Hulk, man. I like the Hulk that just goes ruthless. This dude is just hardcore. But what again? Because we can't have that in Hollywood, right? We can't have that. We can't have strong male characters anymore, right? And that's what they're all scared of, And in the Ayer cut, I'm sure that we get all that stuff, a bunch of goodness. And seeing the Joker, a lot of people don't even like Jared Leto in general. I like Jared Leto. He's an awesome Joker. At first I didn't like him, but he just grew on me, and just he's become the character that I like within DCU. Now with the Ayer cut, when you compare that movie and compare it with the Suicide Squad, come on, man, it's a big difference. The Suicide Squad is a joke. Suicide Squad was serious. It's for mature people. It's for people that understand movies. The Suicide Squad, that's just a whole bunch of memes just thrown into one movie called with the DC label and just, oh, let's rebrand it. You know, it's like, that's trash right there. I don't want that. But yeah, just wanted to talk about this. And as always, if you like the content, make sure to hit the subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff. And until next time.